are tuned into my weekly talk radio TV show called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced and get happy with Dr. Marissa. And this show is about hope and happiness. So there's no gossip, no scandal. Instead, I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. So I have shows and topics.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days.
Monday, Tuesday,
Happy days.
Wednesday, Thursday,
Happy days.
Friday, whatever.
Happy days.
What a day. Na, 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 na.
I love you.
I love you too.
Best known as the mom from Happy Days, and she is a delightful 89-year young Marion Ross to my studio. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Dr. Marissa, this is such a treat for me.
Oh.
My goodness, you're a wonderment.
Which is exactly the kind of guest that I like. Those who have gone through life, good and bad, and then taken those experiences to alchemize them into the person they are now and doing good on the planet. I'd like you to welcome Corey Feldman.
If you're grateful for it and you say right away, thank you, God. Oh, my God, it's so beautiful. I'm so blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then guess what? More good things will come to you.
Does this sound familiar at all? She's back again to mark my Cancer Awareness and Prevention Month show. Please welcome Fran Drescher. Hi, Fran.
On and supporting cancer schmance. I really appreciate it.
So what would you say are some of the biggest myths, Fran, that people have about cancer?
Well, I would say that they think that there's a cure for it.
Okay.
Instead of a cause for it.
This is the first call-in show when I get to be Dr. Marissa, the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura. And people call in to get their life tires balanced and their critical thinking or their BS, their belief systems, smog checked. And today I am delighted to have Malie calling in from Birmingham, Alabama.
We could go 90 days and end up having terrible sex. And then you say, well, the relationship's not all about sex. Well, if I'm not getting great sex from you, then I'm going to get it from somebody else. Right?
That moose just got put on the table. And I see Josh and Jim.
I have to agree
You're
with Clyde.
both nodding. Ramon's sort of half nodding because his wife's listening. But
I understood what was going to happen if Muhammad Ali's youngest daughter, made public that I was going to become a boxer. So I wanted to make sure this was the path that I wanted to go down.
you are absolutely fabulous, beautiful inside and out. And I'm giving you Dr. Marissa's Beneficial Presence on the Planet Award today.
Thank you.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic point.
When I go, I'm gone.
Are you lonely?
No.
Nah, I knew that was going to be
But
the answer.
I surround myself with people. I mean, I'm always the one cooking for things. Or I'm always the one that decorates first and come to my house. All the orphans that have no place.
I'm going to have no place to go, so I can come over.
Come on over.
And life is so amazing if we can see it.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You're tuned into Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, NBC Sports Radio Station, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Spreaker, and more. Why so many places? Because I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness. So there's no gossip on the show, no scandal, no K-words, no Kanye talk at all. Instead, I want you to focus on your own reality show and how you can be happy 88% of the time. Why not 100% of the time? Because if it's 100%, you're dead. And I don't want dead people walking, talking, or listening. So instead, 88 is a lucky number in Chinese. It's a homophone for good fortune. And I am Chinese. I know you thought I was Swedish, but that is why it's 88% happy. And welcome to my show. This is show number 993, 558 consecutive weeks on the air. And you might recognize, if you have a good memory, my guest today. She was on the show, I don't even know how many years ago, but it was a few years ago, and she was so kind to call me and leave a beautiful message of happy birthday, saying that she was a fellow Leo. And I thought, this is my birthday week, and I know you've all been celebrating my birthday month, but my actual birthday is on Thursday the 10th. And I believe the birthday girl today or yesterday or tomorrow is on the air with me. Her name is Dr. Tiffanie Tate. And let me just read a little bit about her for you to remind you who she is. She's a U.S. Navy veteran, published author, and retired OBGyn from Compton, California. Straight out of Compton. She is currently reinventing herself and is a semifinalist in the Carla Hall cooking competition, in which she is trying to win money to help feed the homeless. She is out and about right now. She's actually streaming live in from the Maldives, celebrating her birthday there. But thanks to technology, she is here live in studio to help me celebrate mine and hers. So please welcome to my back to my studio, Dr. Tiffanie. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
A little bit more, if it's possible, to adjust your microphone, and that way that's good too. Adjustment there.
A little bit closer. Can you hear me better now?
Much better. Not much better, but better. The closer, the better. And I know we're coming across a lot of miles. I don't even know where Maldives is. I'm sorry.
It's in the Indian Ocean.
What country is it closest to?
I would say probably like Bangladesh, Bali.
Wow, that is far. How cool is that? And when is your exact birthday?
August 6th.
Okay. So we have passed your birthday. So we're exactly in the day in between our birthdays. Mm-hmm. Right? Today's the 8th. Awesome. Yes. Awesome. That's awesome. You're shaking just a little. If you could stabilize your camera, that would be great. We didn't have time for tech check this morning, so I'm going to be giving you a little instruction. Frank, how are we doing on her sound?
Okay, I'm going to prop it like
there. That. Yes, much better. Maybe up just a bit. because you look like you're down a bit. But as you are adjusting, I am going to introduce our breakfast. I started this thing, Tiffanie. I don't think I was doing this when I had you on, but first thing, most shows is starting with having breakfast with myself and my guest. And what we do is we take a bite of my gratitude sandwich. So it's a Blissipline every morning. And Dr. Wayne Dyer, who's now on the other side, said 5 things that you're grateful for every single morning. And we will start the way in the most positive way. I am an overachiever, so I say 8, and you heard why I say 8. So I'll start, and we'll just ping pong back and forth, as specific as possible, and then we'll go to the bottom of the bun, and I'll explain what that is when we're done the top. So I am grateful for alarm clocks because I've been pulling some late nights, releasing my 3rd film. And so without that alarm clock, I may not be here. So I'm grateful for alarm clocks. What are you grateful for?
Well, I always say, what if we woke up the next day and we were only blessed with the things that we said we were grateful for? So I am grateful for the activity of my limbs.
Nice. Very nice. I am grateful for, let's see, my ability to hear sounds. I love music, and although I also love the American Sign Language, I think it is the most beautiful language there is. I'm grateful that I have ears to hear.
And I love esoteric things like love. So I am grateful for the ability to love and be loved.
Nice. I am grateful for makeup to, make it look like I'm ageless.
Oh, I love that, but it's too hot here for that today. But I am grateful for the creature comforts, because at the end of the day, I love to slip into some nice, soft, comfortable sheets. So I am very grateful for having a bed.
Beautiful. And you're going to adjust your sound just up 2 notches again. I am grateful for my supporters who have, proved everyone wrong when we started this 11 and a half years ago, that good news would not be popular, because there's no political ranting or rhetoric or anything like that here. And they were wrong. So I'm grateful for all those who continue to support me. And thank you for all those who have been contributing to my birthday fundraiser to raise money for my nonprofit, 8 Ways to Happiness, that helps kids, teens, and young adults who have temporarily forgotten their birthright to happiness. So thank you very much for that. Last gratitude.
Oh, yes. And I will definitely piggyback on that, because I am thankful for all the voters who have kept me in the Carla Hall cooking contest thus far. And I'm thankful for all the supporters that are going to help me win. So keep voting for me every day. It's a free vote every 24 hours. Tiffanie, Tiffanie Tate, Tate.
Yeah, I can't wait to ask you about all of that, because when you were on, you had a book of poetry, and we went from book of poetry to a cooking competition. So we'll find out about that. That's the top of the bun. Having breakfast with Dr. Marissa and my repeat birthday guest, Dr. Tiffanie Tate, here on Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind. And now we're going to the bottom of the bun. The bottom of the bun is a little different than gratitude. It's appreciation. It is, what do you like about yourself? Now, you have 2 colorful women who look like they have no problems with that, because we've trained ourselves to love ourselves. But I think we all started in the same place as women, especially women of color. We're told not to be all that, not to think you're better than your britches, and don't toot your own horn. And as a result, we have a generation or several generations of women and men who are walking around looking for approval, looking for love in all the wrong places. And so this discipline, this practice to find and approve of yourself is fundamental in my BS, my belief system, to good mental health. So that's why we do this practice, because frankly, if you can't approve of yourself, how the fork do you expect anyone else to approve of you? So that's my 8 cents worth. And I will start it by saying I appreciate my ability to play with words. I do love that. It's one of my favorite hobbies. And there are people walking around and saying, oh, that's page 86 from Dr. Marissa Isms. So I appreciate that about myself. Dr. Tiffanie, what do you like about yourself?
I think what I like most is my ability to become or be resilient, because I have been knocked down so much in my life, from being the parent of essentially being a single parent, a divorcee, and having parents who were addicted to drugs, and becoming a physician and being medically retired, having my profession stripped away, having to reinvent myself and being an author, and just trying to find my own way and not giving up, because it's easy to want to give up and constantly having things taken from me, or feeling that I'm having things taken from me, and just having the strength to persevere and not give up on myself when you want to give up on yourself. And so I think looking within myself and struggle through all of that, what I admire about myself.
Beautifully said. Could you sit up a little? I don't want you to fade down into the bottom of the frame.
Okay,
I appreciate that. I love making people laugh, even if it's making fun of myself. What do you appreciate about yourself?
Well, I love a good jokester, so I appreciate that about you. I believe laughter is one of the greatest qualities, and I do not take myself seriously at all. I believe that I love to shower love on people, and I believe that I make people feel special, and I believe that I am able to make people feel valued, and I think I find that special about myself, and I appreciate
Beautiful. Beautiful. I appreciate that I can soothe myself off of the ceiling, because I am human. I also am a woman, which means I have more hormones than men, just a fact. And so I can move through emotions very quickly. And when I am in a place that's not helpful for me, I have learned, and this is probably one of my best learnings, is how to just take a breath instead of reacting, and say things like, this too shall pass. Let me get back to you. If I look like you, I'd be miserable too. I'm just kidding. That last one was not what you want to say, but the skill of soothing myself, I think, is a real important skill to be successful in life. Last one.
I believe that it is important for me to continue to encourage and uplift people. And I believe I'm really good at motivating people and helping people find their inner strength, and to help be the wind beneath their wings while I essentially lift as I climb. So I think I admire that, and I'm a good motivator.
Beautiful. And that is it for having breakfast with Dr. Marissa and my special guest,
Dr. Tiffanie.
You just had breakfast with us. You had the gratitudes at the top of the button, which I promise, if you start your day with the gratitudes and end your day, we just modeled what you do before you go to bed. Instead of thinking about all the things you didn't get done, instead of thinking about all the people that did you wrong, Of course, you can't sleep if that's what you're doing. And then what makes it worse is if you're doing this too, you will not sleep. So this sleepless epidemic in Seattle and beyond right now, you can help yourself by taking a bite of the gratitude sandwich 28 days in a row. I promise you, you will sandwich your day the best possible way. Thanks for joining us for breakfast. You can see I still have that after all these years. The applause, the affirmative applause. All right, here we go. Dr. Tiffanie, you have, you had a book of poems, which was beautiful, and we read some of the poems on the air at that time. And then tell me, how did you get from there to a cooking contest?
Well, when I was in middle school, I used to volunteer with my church mission in Los Angeles, feeding the homeless or the less fortunate. And that is what inspired me to become a physician. And I wanted to feed the less fortunate all the time, but I knew that that was impractical. And seeing all the sickly people inspired me to become a doctor. Well, after retiring, I began to write, and I wrote my first book, Fluentry. Then I wrote my second book, Bad Touching, and I'm about to publish my third book. And I love to cook when I'm stressed and going through my divorce and everything. I've been doing a lot of cooking because I've been very stressed. And I just felt encouraged, and I felt like the Holy Spirit said, okay, it's time for you to go back to your first love. And the Carla Hall cooking competition came across my page. And I said, well, I will go ahead and enter it. And if I win, I'll use the money to help feed the homeless. And I was selected to be a contestant. So I took pictures of a lot of the food that I've cooked, and I put it on my page, and people started voting for me to win. And I started in a group of 84, and I kept making it through, and I kept making it through, and I kept making it through. And now I was in the top 1% of chefs in the nation. And now I'm in the semifinals. And come this Thursday, we will be voting for the top 16 chefs in the country. And I will have the opportunity to win. And if I win, I will be featured in her magazine. I will win private cooking lessons from Carla, and I will have the opportunity to win $25,000. And what I would like to do with that money is potentially get like a small little van so that I can roam the streets of Los Angeles like I used to do with my old church and feed the homeless on the streets of Los Angeles with my previous church members, because a lot of times people do not go to facilities to be fed. They want food to come to them. And that is what I find to be the best way to feed people. And I'm a retired physician. I'm not doing this for me. I have the time. And what I want to do is to try to make the world a better place and to try to serve people. And there I am in the second row. You can see my picture. I'm in the pink shirt under the guy with the salty pepper beard in the second block. And then if you click on my picture and you scroll under my my page, you can see a lot of the dishes that I've made.
Okay, I can't. Tell me where you are again.
If you go to the second row.
Second row.
And the second block.
Oh, there you are. There you are. I see you. Okay, semifinals right here. So voting ends on my birthday on the 10th. Currently 4th. Free daily vote. So I hit this one.
Yes, you hit free daily vote.
Hit that one. What's this? Bonus vote every day. I said for $1. Verify with Facebook. Okay.
Yes, if you
Cast
know your
one vote every 24 hours. Continue. So we're voting right now. So if you are at home, don't be driving. Don't do it while you're driving. You can go to favchef.com, favchef.com, and vote. Let's see, free vote was received. Does she have it to go all the way? And now this is, do you have to donate here?
You do not have to donate. If you want to donate, you can. But if you scroll down, keep scrolling below. Or I guess scroll upward, and that way you can see you can see what I've made.
Okay, let's go here. I think I need to go back, right? Go back.
Possibly.
Nope, that's not it. Okay, let's just go back to favorite chef. Nope. It's remembering my artificial intelligence is artificially inseminating some dumbness. Chef.com. There we go. And now I go back, browse competition, because I want to see what you're cooking.
Yes, and it'll show you.
I voted not because I like what you're cooking, but because I like you. But let's see. Where is your it says, from Compton, cooking relieves my stress and my food brings joy to others. As a disabled veteran, author, retired OBGYN, I am ready to cook. And why is it not allowing me to see what you've cooked?
Yeah, if you scroll down under all of that, you can see
okay. Oh, there we go. And is there like an art gallery? There is. This looks like cobbler?
Yes, there's cherry cobbler, peach cobbler. I've even made my own fancy deep fried peach cobbler.
What's that?
Banana pudding, chocolate caramel chip cookies.
What am I showing right now? Oh, wait.
Right now, I'm showing you free
I haven't.
vote.
Oh, that's why. Okay, let's try this again. I am actually. What's that?
It's loading. There we go. That's showing a beef and broccoli that I've made.
Is it like a stew or is it more like Chinese?
It's more like a stew.
Okay. There's the blueberry cobbler.
A cherry cobbler.
Cherry cobbler. I'm getting hungry. This looks interesting. Whoa.
Caramel chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh, yum. What's that?
Strawberry shortcake.
Oh. What's your favorite?
Well, my favorite is the peach cobbler. Then it would be the strawberry shortcake. And those were lobster and spinach dumplings and egg rolls. And I actually have that recipe on my Instagram page. So if anybody wanted that recipe, I actually posted that.
Mmm.
And that's a pound cake with a lemon glaze.
Taco.
Chicken tostada.
Oh, chicken tostada. Boy, you cross all cultures. That looks good. That's the one I want. Is that peach cobbler?
That is the peach cobbler.
This almost looks like pie crust. So it's like a little bit a variation.
Yeah, and that's when I made homemade crab cakes with steak and sweet potatoes, a salad. I made a full plate.
I like your presentation. I like the way you did the sweet potato. I've never seen it. It almost looks like a flower the way you opened it up like that. Very creative. That's awesome. Well, this is...
And that's homemade caramel corn.
Who's that in the picture?
My
Is that
son.
you? Oh,
No,
your
my son.
son. How does he like being sitting on your guarding your caramel corn? Well, that's great. I think I got almost all of them. What's that?
That's banana pudding, homemade banana pudding.
Now, who did you learn how to cook from?
Well, my grandmother taught me how to make my homemade biscuits, which I don't have featured here. My mother taught me how to make my homemade peach cobblers, and the rest of the family essentially contributed because we have roots from Vidalia, Louisiana.
Ah,
So
I
I would
see.
get between my aunts and uncles, they've all contributed to me blossoming. But mainly my mother. She passed away from lung cancer in 2013.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I know she's with my dad and they're loving us from the other side.
Yes.
So, wow. Okay. So you, and how many cooks entered at the beginning?
Oh my goodness. There are probably a good tens of thousands. It was a lot.
And how do you get your food to her?
Well, right now she judges based on the photos, and there's Carla's pick and then there's the people's pick. And so right now she's going to pick based on plating and the people pick based on voting. And I'm up against chefs who've been to culinary school. So I'm hoping to win the people's pick. That's why I need my votes.
Got it. Now, if you pay money, do you get more votes? Is that how it works? You get one free vote, and then if you pay money, is that how it works? Okay.
Yes, and usually like on the day before, on like Wednesday or Thursday, they do 2 for 1. So if you donate $10, it'll be 20 votes, or if you donate, $20, it'll be twice as much for that.
So how many votes do I need to do for you to come and make me some of the food on there? I have two. I have my eye on. The one with the lobster and the crab cake and the sweet potato, and then the peach cobbler. That's my vote.
Hey, you just let me know and I got you.
Ah, you're so sweet. If you've just tuned in and you're wondering who's in studio today, she is a repeat guest. Her name is Dr. Tiffanie Tate Moore, and she has been she's kind of like me. We live as if there are no boundaries, or live as if there are no barriers, is what Michael DeVere quoted as the way that Dr. Marissa lives her life. And I have a partner in crime who does the same thing. She's past OBGyn, veteran, turned cook. She's authored 3 books now. So and she has a birthday 4 days from mine. So maybe it's something to do with Leo. Have you ever done your chart? Have you ever done the chart?
I haven't done the chart, but those Leos, we are some go-getters, I tell you.
So I'm going to go grab a book to see what the on the day you were born looks like.
Sounds good to me.
I have this book that I've done before when we were talking on Thursdays with my co-host Sam Works on relationships and how your zodiac influences your relationships. So this is like a coffee table book. I've had it obviously for decades. It's all nice and used. And on the day that you were born, it sort of predicts your personality, or it describes your personality. So I'm going to go right to August you are the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. August the 6th. All right. So if you were born on August the 6th, it's called the day of the unique happenings. You were born on the day of unique happenings. And what does that mean? That means those born on August 6th have a lust for experience. I think it nailed that one.
I can believe that.
They are particularly drawn to happenings of very unique or extraordinary sort, perhaps once in a lifetime occurrences, some of which seem impossible. An OBGyn out of Compton, California kind of qualifies a little bit right there. Or of an inexplicable or divine source. And I remember you sharing in your first time here about some of that. August 6th people may perhaps generate these experiences themselves or simply come on them by chance, take direct part in them, or just read them write about them. Hello. In any case, it is the mental or physical contact with the experience itself, the personal discovery of something long forgotten or even previously unknown that attracts them like a magnet. Does that sound about right?
That does.
That sounds about 100%, right?
Yeah.
Your strengths are interesting, romantic, and original. And your weaknesses are disillusioned, reckless, and antisocial. So those are the is that about right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's see. Those born on this day have a great need for love and all sorts of sensuous and sexual expression. Ow. But they may suffer deep disappointments in their search for a perfect mate or ideal relationship. You weren't divorced the last time. Yeah. August 6th people are faithful friends and parents in their own way. Although they may take their responsibilities very seriously, however, they are often unable to discharge them to the satisfaction of loved ones, again, because of the demands of their lifestyle. Interesting. And somebody gave you a heart. We don't know if you'd like to identify your heart. Please do put your name in the comment section, and we'd love to have some interaction with you on this show since we are live here on Take My Advice. I'm not using a Kip House, Dr. Marissa. The morning show now at 9 a.m. I hope more and more people are going to make the switch. I know that I didn't have a lot of time to announce it, but I'm still glad if you are streaming, if you're giving hearts, I know that you have found me. Please do spread the word. And we are doing Leo birthdays. And the other cool thing is she has a beautiful voice. I'm going to make you sing, and I'm going to sing to you as well. But I'm going to read you mine, and you tell me how accurate this one is. Okay? So we just did August 6th. I was born on the day of the velvet voice. Now, what are the chances of that?
Fancy schmancy.
Right? I mean, radio, right? TV. Okay. August 10th, people project their image forcefully on the world around them. Theirs is a voice that literally must be heard. It is noteworthy that their mode of expression often assumes equal importance with the content of their statement. Thus, matters of style and technique figure prominently in their communication. They're often sought out by others for their liveliness and good humor, highly dependable. There's nothing flighty about them, and have a great capacity for making people feel good and thus make excellent entertainers. When they feel appreciated, the ability of those born on this day to give themselves, not only to loved ones, but to many, seems unlimited. Yet giving can be an escape for avoiding the difficult but important introspective work that needs to be done in order to bring their personality into full bloom. So let's see if there's anything about, let's see. They are sometimes difficult to reach emotionally. They have a strong need for an audience. Oh boy. They do not open up easily on personal level. Busted. They may put too much emphasis on how they're treated in public life. Yeah, I can't stand it when people criticize me in public, but I'm learning how to be better about that. And Let's see. Repeated rejection can lead to a cynical attitude, which only undercuts their efforts. Therefore, it's not only important that August 10th people develop toughness and conviction about themselves to love themselves, which will make them less dependent on the approval of others, but also deepen their capacity to trust and share. How does that sound about me?
I think it sounds on point. I think it's very accurate.
My strengths are attractive, fun, and vocally seductive. And my weaknesses are needy and lacking in self-trust. So that isn't it interesting how, we joke about Leos, being all that. I know some Leos who are nothing like us, but I do know that I know more Leos who seem to have no fear, right? Yeah. We're kind of out there, right? And I did have my charts read, and I am a Leo in 5 planets. So there's only 6 planets. So 5 out of 6 planets, that's a lot. So when I had the astrologer on my show, I'll never forget, she said, that means you can't help yourself. You have to be on camera. You have to be in front. You have to be first. You have to be heard. And I'm like, oh, that was such a beautiful day, because the whole weight of shame that I have from being an Asian woman who's constantly told you're too loud, you shouldn't be talking, you shouldn't say that, you shouldn't, it all went. It's like, I can't help myself.
And it's always nice to shatter stereotypes, right?
We definitely are doing that. All right. So what would you say for fellow Leos out there? Tiffanie, what is your advice? Because sometimes we do get a lot of criticism, I would say. People who, put themselves out there, who don't hide their light under a bushel, people who attempt things. I mean, look at you. You have lived in a way that I have been advocating for a long time, that the BS that we grow up with that says you have to go to a good school, get good grades, get a good career, stay in that career, even if you hate it, and you can only do one thing in life. And that's bullshit-talky. And I have lived in a way that definitely demonstrates that you can do a lot of different things, and that master of all trades, jack of all trades, master of none. That's also bullshit-talky. You can be really good at a number of things in life. But what is your advice to people who are afraid to live that way?
I say, number one, don't let people put you in a box. People will always try to say, oh no, you are this, you are that. People love to label you. Don't let people label you. You can label yourself if you so desire, but don't let anyone stick one label on you. I consider myself to be a Renaissance woman. Yes, I am a physician. Yes, I am a mother. Yes, I am an author. And yes, now I'm a chef as well. But number one, I am a service person. My goal is to try to make this world a better place. One book at a time, one person at a time. I was at an event and one of my sorority sisters came up to me and she told me that she gave my book, Bad Touching, as a gift to one of her friends. Now, Bad Touching teaches children about sexual abuse. It teaches them how to identify it, how to report it. It's a poetic, rhythmic book. And it's the story about Lily and Linda, and it's my story from when I was a child, when I was abused. And after the woman gave the book to her son, he came up and he reported that he had been abused by her boyfriend. So I feel that that book has been a success because it has helped at least one child. I don't care how many books I sell, I've helped one child. And my goal in life is to make a difference. somebody somewhere. So as long as my books are impacting people's lives and helping people, motivating people, encouraging people, I'm doing what I was put here on earth to do. And I'm entering the competition to help feed the homeless. Can I cure homelessness everywhere? No. Can I feed everybody everywhere? No. People have told me that I'm being altruistic and I'm being naive, and people have told me that I'm being foolish. Okay, that's fine. You can support me or you can not support me, but don't put me down. This is my heart. This is what I want to do. Either support me or not, but I'm going to keep going. This is my goal. As long as I'm able to help somebody out there, I'm going to do it and I'm going to try. So my advice to you is decide what you want to do, be focused, and go for it. Be like Nike, just do it.
Beautifully said. And the fire department is agreeing with you right now. And that is beautiful. And just so you really heard that first part, she wrote a book to help children identify if they are being victims of predators in sexual abuse. Those of you who watch Sound of Freedom know that that is a very important topic that we just, I don't care if it makes you feel uncomfortable, go watch it anyways. I don't care if it makes you feel uncomfortable talking about sexual abuse, talk about it anyways. For goodness sakes, let's talk about it instead of talking about meaningless things about who divorced who and who's cheating on who. For goodness sake, we need to begin to talk about things that are not comfortable so that we can shine the light on those areas so that things don't fester and get infected and continue. So if you haven't read Dr. Tiffany's book or gotten that book, you can get it on Amazon. There she is. You can get it on Amazon. You can, what do you Google? You can just Google books by.
Google Bad, B-A-D, Touching, T-O-U-C-H-I-N-G, by Dr. Tiffanie, Tiffanie, Tate, T-A-T-E. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Apple iTunes, Kindle. It's available multiple places that books are sold.
Beautiful. And I want to give you, I don't remember if I already gave it to you last time you were on, but she is a great example of taking something crappy or shirty that happened to her, which was molestation, right? Sexual bad touching. And she took that pain from that and went through the pain to the power side. Because that's my new tag thing is you go through pain to the power, and then you're in a unique position to help other people with that particular point of pain. So for that reason, I'm giving you Dr. Marissa's Beneficial Presence on the Planet Award.
Thank you.
Did I give you that last time?
I believe you did.
Okay. That's okay. I can give it to you twice. Plus it's your birthday present too. But I'm getting a little more verbal and loud about this particular matter because I'm getting a little irritated when I did my movie review last Monday on the Sound of Freedom, and I've had just one too many people say to me, oh, that, it makes me really uncomfortable and I don't like to think about, or I don't like to look at. And it's like, really? You know that our country is the number one consumer of child sex trafficking, and you, because it makes you feel uncomfortable, you're not going to watch the movie. You're not going to want to. And that just, again, took a deep breath because we have to talk about it.
That's where the book comes in handy, because my book, Bad Touching by Dr. Tiffanie Tate, is something that you can give to your children, and it's something that they can read on their own. And when they come to you, they can talk to you about it, because predators bank on you not talking to your children and not protecting themselves.
Absolutely. I'm pulling it up now so that people can see what the book looks like, because I don't know if you brought a copy of it. There's the, okay, that was, here we go. And I will share that so y'all know what the cover looks like, because this is a really good practical example of, we're not just talking about it, we're actually doing something about it. And my job is to highlight people who are doing these things. This is the cover of the book. Is it showing up now?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So beautiful illustrations and pretty, there's no hiding it. Bad touching is bad touching. But I mean, how often do you actually talk about that, with your children? And I think the statistics are pretty high. Kids don't talk about it because they don't know, that they can talk about it. They're afraid. They don't know what is good or bad. This is a nice review here. So go and get two things for y'all to follow up on today. One is getting that book and gifting it to any parent who has children. What's the ideal age for that?
I would say once a child starts being able to wash their genitalia is when you should have a discussion. Pediatricians recommend that you start it at the age of 5, but I say whenever they can start washing their genital area, that's when you should start having a discussion about them protecting that area.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And then the second thing is to go and vote for Dr. Tiffanie at the favchef.com. She was a finalist in a chef's competition herself, right? Carla was. So
yes,
yeah, so you can go there, vote for Dr. Tiffanie Tate so that she can get the $25,000 People's Choice Award. Voting ends on my birthday, August 10th. Even though I've been keeping that a secret because I just want to celebrate the entire month because I'm a very typical Leo.
Absolutely. It's our birthday month. That's right.
That's right. Actually, this year I added something. I actually started July 10th. So I went from July 10th and then we're into August. So we might as well go to the end of August. Okay.
Countdown. It's all
Countdown. Exactly. You got 30 days. Why not? Maybe next year I'll make it the entire year.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. This year to next year.
Oh, that's so funny. All right. And how do we find you? You're on Instagram, Dr. Tiffanie Tate. That's 2 F's and not a Y at the end, but an IE, I've learned. And then you're also on Facebook, LinkedIn. Yes?
Yes.
Are you on LinkedIn? Yes? Okay. All over. Are you on TikTok?
I am not on TikTok yet.
Okay, that's okay. I know there's got to be an end somewhere. I'm not on Snapchat. I am on TikTok, but I'm not on Snapchat. So, but it's been wonderful and delightful having you here. I don't want to take any more of your birthday celebration time, but I do want to close with wishing all of the Leos around the world who are listening now or later a very, very, very happy birthday. We'll just extend it to even the Virgos who are in August, since my daughter is a Virgo as well. I would like Dr. Tiffanie to sing happy birthday to me the same way she did, and she left it on my voicemail, and then I will follow that by singing happy birthday as I usually do on the show as a retired lounge lizard to Dr. Tiffanie as well. So here we go.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leos. Happy birthday to
You know, you could add singer to that list on your lower third. No, seriously, you are definitely a mezzo soprano. I used to sing in a choir, and that is absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much for that. And I don't even want to follow that, but I'm going to sing happy birthday to you. But I'm not going to sing in the whole thing. Happy birthday, dear Dr. Tiffanie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Tiffanie Tate.
Thank you very much.
People are going to think this is like a singing show.
We rock. That's all.
You know, we could probably do some damage at a karaoke.
Oh, yeah.
We should probably make that happen when you get back from the Maldives, right? You know, we have time for a final word. And I'll go first. Final word about birthdays. So I don't know about you, but birthdays, Mother's Day, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, any time that there is a special day, I used to get caught up in expectations. I used to get caught up in, well, it's my special day, so you should. Or, you know, where are the flowers? Where is the chocolate? Where are the gifts? What are you going to do for me? And I would have a crappy day. And it was of my own doing. And I think about 10 years ago is when I sat up and said, this is bullshit-talky. This is supposed to be a day that I'm having fun. Why am I so unstable? You know, because I was always looking for what are they going to do for me now? So about 10 years ago, I started saying, you know, this is what I'm going to do for myself first on my birthday. I have a feeling you already did this with your trip to the Maldives, but it's about what you want. And so if you're a woman and you're still looking to other people to validate your importance or your value, please go watch yesterday's show when I did the monologue from Barbie. The writing is incredible, but I burst into tears when America Ferrera was talking about it because I just felt like those words understood how frustrating and how debilitating trying to make other people happy is. So my final word is, if it's your birthday, it's your birthday. And you decide what you want to do and be to make yourself happy first with no input from anyone else. And then you'll know what it is like to love yourself. That's my final word. And I'm sorry, we're up to the end. So I can't let you have a final word, but you've been saying amazing things all show. Go vote for her in the Carla cooking competition. I hope to hear that you win the $25,000. Thank you, Dr. Tiffanie Tate, for coming on, celebrating my birthday and her birthday. It's all about balance. You ready?
Absolutely.
Here we go. Peace out, peace in. Remember this? Peace in, peace out. World peace through inner peace. Now go and have the best birthday ever. We'll see you tomorrow.